Fireman Percy, written by TheBuriedTruck, narrated by Christopher Burtsell, with music by SA Music and sound effects by GWshunter. There's a small fire station on Thomas's branch line. Men from the village run a volunteer service. They even have their own fire engine. One afternoon, when Percy was coming back from the harbour, he saw the fire engine parked outside the station. "Hello," he called. "Who are you?" "Frederick," came the blunt reply. "And you?" "I'm Percy. Nice day to doze in the sun, isn't it?" "I'm not dozing," snapped Frederick. "I'm being vigilant. Fire engines must be on constant alert. A blaze could strike up any second." "Now settle down now, Frederick," laughed one of the firemen, who was holding a bucket and a rag. "We've not seen a fire around here for ages. Now let's get you polished." Frederick retired in a huff, but Percy was impressed. "That fire engine's amazing," he told Thomas later that day. "Fighting fires, keeping towns safe." "Who? Oh, Frederick," interrupted Thomas. "He's nothing special, just sits there grumbling and snoozing. Lack of work leads to laziness, if you ask me." "He's not lazy," scoured Percy. "He's being, ambivalent. Oh, to be a hero. Do you suppose I could be a fire engine too?" "I'll tell you what you are," chuckled Thomas. "You're a silly engine. You stick to your stone trucks and you'll be all right." A few days later, Trevor the traction engine arrived in the yard. He and Charles, the vicar's oldest son, had brought bales of hay for Toby to take to the farmers. It had been a long journey, and Trevor was enjoying a well-earned rest. At last, Charles returned. He struck a match and prepared Trevor for the journey home. "Right in, Trevor," he said. "Let's be quick. I'm not keen on this sound of impatient horns all the way home." Trevor yawned as a warmth spread through his boiler. When all was ready, Charles flicked a match to the ground. Whistling cheerfully, they set off. Trevor was still dozy, and Charles was in a hurry. Neither noticed a crackling sound behind them. Percy soon bustled into the yard, pushing some empty trucks. He was thinking of his next journey to the harbour, hoping to see Frederick again when, horrors! He shrieked. The piled bales of hay were ablaze near the line side, and a thick plume of smoke rose into the air. Percy was so startled he bumped the trucks hard. They sped toward a siding, but the points weren't set properly. Percy shut his eyes. The trucks reached the points and bounced off the rails and bashed into a water tower. Cried the front truck, but its whimperings was drowned out by a splash. When Percy opened his eyes, he was speechless. The trucks had knocked the tower over and the water had doused the fire. The bales of hay sat smouldering and charred. Just then a wailing siren was heard. Frederick and the fireman came rattling into the yard. "Well, hello, we came as quick as we could," began the chief, but he was stopped when he saw the hay bales. Percy's driver explained everything. "Oh, well done, Percy," beamed the chief. "You're a hero." "Thank you, sir," smiled Percy. "Was I as ambivalent as Frederick?" "Oh, heavens no," chuckled the fire chief. "You jumped right to action. Frederick was certainly ambivalent to the fire alarm. It took so long to wake him up, we were late." Everyone laughed. Frederick scowled. Later that day, the Fat Controller came to congratulate Percy, and the crews had a small celebration in the shed. "Well done, Percy," said Toby. "Turns out you can be a fire engine after all." "Next time, though," added Thomas wryly, "try not to spill all our water, will you?"